Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy Naked Famous Denim Day. Happy Friday, New Year's Eve for some of you. It's New Year's Day for some of you. Well, I'm in 2022. I hope everybody's having a great time, and thanks so much for tuning in and joining in to the Naked Famous Denim live stream here, the Raw Denim Friends live stream. Let me know where everybody's from. I'm currently sitting in my home right now in Yokohama, Japan. Hello from Utah, Jacob Nelson, J-Ho Lee. Hello from Montreal, Wrights W5. Happy New Year's from Birmingham, UK. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everyone's having a good one right now. False Draws, Happy New Year from New York. Love you, Bahzad. I love you guys even more. Hello from the UK, Vandy, Cam X. Happy New Year's from Calgary, Alberta. We've got a bunch of regulars here. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. How's everyone doing? Hello from Winnipeg. Hey, Happy New Year. I'm thinking that's Todd Hackett, hello from Philadelphia. M. Sway, hello from, Happy New Year from Fife, Scotland. Billy Black, Happy New Year from Connecticut. Michael Crockett, New Jersey in the house. Decibels, Happy New Year to both of you. Not quite New York, in DC. Right on. A lot of Happy New Year's. Happy New Year, everybody. Shmuley, Happy New Year. Regina Bobuena, hello from Seattle. Hello from Korea. That's MC Dizzle, BC in the house. Happy New Year from Welland, Ontario. We've got BD in the house. Everybody, thank you so much. Cold and rainy in San Diego. It is cold this morning here. It's a little early, a little bit earlier than our usual live stream. I've been up for just a few minutes. Just enough time to make my cup of coffee. Cup of coffee in the morning. Vince Chan, greetings from Vancouver. Greetings. It was New Year's Eve last night. So, what's it called? Risa and I, what's it called? I know my wife's name. Risa and I, we went out to Shibuya Crossing. That's kind of like Times Square in New York. Very, very busy area. If you've ever seen, footage of Japan, that big crossing everybody goes by. So we went down there just for the countdown. And on our way down there, we were a couple stations away. Risa was reading on her phone and said, "Oh, it looks like New Year's Eve celebrations were canceled." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, we're headed there anyways. Let's go see what's up." Everybody was out there, super packed. The cops were out there with signs that said New Year's Eve countdown had been canceled. I guess the countdown, the official countdown, was canceled, but everybody was out there, having a good time, so we were there for basically. We got there like 5 minutes before the countdown. Did the countdown, and then we took off, and so we ended up at home kind of late. Well, I had a few hours of sleep, but that's okay. It's okay. But it is New Year's Day here in Japan. Traditionally, I guess New Year's Day is more of a thing than New Year's Eve. So after this, we're going to be headed out to do some family stuff. But yeah, Rice W5 is just after 11 p.m. here. Okay, well, it's going to be New Year's for some of you while you watch this. I appreciate you spending your New Year's Eve with me. Michael Udall, when is the year-end video coming out on YouTube? Not that, well, we'll do the 2021 year-end video probably. I still got to record it. We haven't done it yet. It's just been a little bit hectic. It's the end of the year. Not everybody's in the office. I live in the office technically, so yeah, we'll get it done. We'll get it done. But we did just release the spring summer 2022 preview video. The website isn't 2022 ready yet, but you can see basically everything. I think everything's covered in that video right now, so you can have an idea. You can get some small clips of everything that's coming out. So go and check that out. I published that I think the day before yesterday, so you can see that on our YouTube channel, which is, I guess you guys would know because you're on our YouTube channel. The website will be flipped over to Spring Summer 22 mode in the next couple of weeks. Our photo guy just told me that, they're on holiday right now. They took all the photos, I guess, just before their holiday break, and they're going to be back in the office next week, and then they'll get back to editing and finishing up everything that they need to do. Then we have to update the website, and then get the ball rolling on Spring Summer 22. So next week, probably on, I'm thinking Wednesdays, Tuesday, maybe Monday's email. I'll send out an email on Monday or Tuesday, not Wednesday, but Wednesday will be 24-hour special. But Monday or Tuesday, I will send out an email with release information for the Harvest, Selvedge, and the King of Lords. Oh, see, it's still early. So the King of Lords information, that'll come out on Monday, Tuesday. The current Boxing Day sale that's going on Tate and Yoko and Naked Famous Denim NYC, that is running until Sunday. So Monday, I don't know, early morning, I'm going to flip the prices back up. So if there's something that you want or a deal that you want to take advantage of, do it now. Otherwise, yeah, it'll be regular price or back to its original price pre-Boxing Day sale. So hold on. If you want something, go and get it. And yeah, that's my news on that front. Let me go and check out a couple questions. MC Dizzle, KFC for New Year's dinner? No, we had shrimps. We had some fresh shrimps for big ones, giant ones, last night. Fossil Draws, that Spring Summer 22 video though, I'm so hyped. I'm glad there's a lot of great stuff coming down the pipeline, and I'm looking forward to releasing it all. I'm a little nervous for all the videos we gotta make, but that's okay. I just gotta get better at them. So what better way to get better at them than to practice making videos? Beck 696, Happy New Year's from France. Well, Happy New Year's to you too. Invis Ians, I'm glad they didn't put y'all in cuffs. Thanks for the New Year's live stream. So I did a little live stream on my personal Instagram account. No, you know what was amazing was basically after the countdown, people were, celebrating, cheering, and whatever, and then everybody kind of dispersed like within 30 minutes. Like they didn't. It was very quiet evening after that. It was kind of interesting to see how everyone just kind of went home. Okay. Pedro Cortez. Oh yeah, the spring summer preview. Need that rainbow tux. Oh my god. Oh my, so cool. I'm adding letters or words that aren't supposed to be there. But yeah, the rainbow core Selvedge. That's gonna be one of the first releases of the spring summer 22 collection. I will have a release schedule a little bit later on in the month. Our factories start firing up back again early January. So I'm just going to have to wait for our production manager to get back to us with basically the schedule. I'm going to warn you, though. I anticipated some delays just because of shipping and stuff. I'm anticipating another set of delays because Quebec just went back into... they're not in full lockdown yet, but I have a feeling some lockdowns are going to happen, and we might get shut down. Anyways, fingers crossed it doesn't happen, but I think that they're baby stepping it this time. So there's like curfew going on in Quebec right now, and yeah, I think on Sundays they said that all businesses need to be shut down. Now, our factories don't operate on the weekend, but anyways, we'll see what happens. But hopefully, we don't get a full lockdown, and our factories, our facilities can remain open. If they do get closed down, then there's certainly going to be more delays than anticipated. But anyway, we'll roll with that. I'm just going to have to wait on our production manager to give me an update on Spring 22 production. Some of it we have it's coming in, and I can probably slot it in. But in order to give you a full release schedule, I might not be able to do that for a few weeks. I could do maybe a January releases, that kind of thing. But looking forward, it might be a little bit more difficult this season for me. Boris Nip, Happy New Year, living in the past here in Toronto. What is it like to be in 2021 still. Oof, gotta shake those 2021 vibes off. Get into the new year, 2022. It's not bad so far. Sunny over here. Devin Hurt writes, the 2021 year-end video is going to be the van tour. The Naked Famous Denim truck video, I have no idea what's going on with that. I just know that it was shot in October, and whoever was, I didn't shoot it. I mean, I was here, but we had somebody come and shoot the video and supposed to edit and everything. Don't know where that is, so I've asked, but hopefully it'll be out soon because I really want to see it myself. But yeah, it'll be available at some point. Okay. L. Sanchez, 1984. I spilled some mustard on my thermo stretch denim. I was hoping to wash them at the end of the winter. Any tips on removing some mustard on denim? Just wipe it off. Get wet wipes or something like that. We'll do fine. Like, just because you get your jeans a little bit wet, it's really not going to do anything. Spot clean it if you have to, or if they're dirty enough, just put them in for a full wash. But yeah, just a little wet nap, a little wet wipe. That'll take care of it, no problem. Fossil Jaws. I don't think I'm getting the rainbow core before June. Okay. Yeah, June. Well, I hope we should probably have enough inventory to last us that long. But yeah, we will see. Things are weird these days. I think I talked about it a little bit earlier, not this stream, but before, how my production planning has just kind of been off. Things have been selling out a lot faster these days, which is a good problem. But I have to adjust for a lot of these things, and sometimes even by that time I had already put my plans for Tati and Yoko production and Naked Famous Denim NYC production. That stuff's already been put in, so I couldn't add more inventory to that. So going into fall winter 22, I can recalibrate what inventory levels we need. That said, it's one of the things that really threw us. I mean, it's a good thing, but a lot of people were still home in the early part of 2021, and for us, denim. People were at home. They're online shopping. People were spending they had stimulus money. People were buying jeans. People were wearing jeans more. People who couldn't wear jeans to the office were now wearing them at home. People who were going back to the office were now wearing their jeans. So it was a very good year for us in terms of online sales. A lot of retail stores were closed. So like our business on that end, kind of was turned. So basically our business got turned kind of upside down. And we'll see. Like it's kind of if you're gonna predict the future based off what was going on in 2020 and 2021, it's like how long are some of these things gonna last? Are these trends? Are these things that are gonna stay? Or were these things that are gonna be fleeting? So it's a little bit difficult, and I don't want to overbuy. I don't want to underbuy. Tough time right now in retail for retail planning. I was talking to some of our buyers at the department store level, and they were telling us going into Christmas, things were like basically on fire for them. They were selling a lot of product, and they were basically asking us to get them as many goods as we could, so that they had enough inventory to make it through Christmas. And then after, Christmas kind of came, and they're like, oh, hold back the inventory because things are looking a little bit softer than we anticipated. So it's very difficult for planning right now because nobody knows what's going on. And, just like that, things can change. Lockdowns can happen. People could be sent home from work again. so calibrating to all of the constant changes, it's a little difficult. And obviously, I want to make sure that everybody's able to get what they want. But yeah, if you really want something, you don't wait too long. But at the same time, like I said, I know a lot of you guys out there own a lot of our jeans. You have maybe a couple pairs in reserve. Wear those jeans. Okay, you don't need to buy everything every season. It's tempting, I know. Believe me, I'm a collector. I always want to have all the newest stuff. But next season there will be more stuff too. So I know this might sound crazy, but trying to keep up is impossible. You can't have everything, right? You can't have everything. But yeah, don't feel obligated. Don't feel obligated. Okay, let's answer a couple more questions. I must have, there's a bunch that have come through. Soccer player 1516, looking forward to the Elephant XS. Hopefully it will be available for a bit of winter here in Ontario. I think so. I mean, in Ontario, we've got snow up until like the end of April, basically. It's especially funny because once April comes around, you get a couple of those spring days and you think, hey, maybe this weather's here to last. And then right at the end of April, we'll get like one big heavy snowstorm. It's just like kind of like Mother Nature saying, I'm still in charge here. But I think so. We'll probably have those out. I actually don't know when or what week we'll have those out, but you'll definitely be able to enjoy them for a little bit of the cold weather that we have coming into the spring. Jacob Nelson, any collaborations you specifically want to do? Well, right now we're working on JoJo's. I've been consuming a lot of JoJo's recently. I've been having I don't dream a lot, but I in fact I rarely ever have dreams. But JoJo's has been kind of been all of my brains lately. At night I'm like, JoJo's. It's like, what's going on? Like, what the dream is of the collection, making sure that it is like the right stuff. Because I going into this, I had a brief kind of understanding of JoJo's, and I've been watching a ton of JoJo's lately. But I know JoJo's is such a big thing. I know that there are so many big JoJo's fans out there, and I just want to make sure that this is gonna really speak to the fans properly. And so there's a lot. I'm a little. The thing is, I'm always nervous about everything. I always want things to be the best they can be, and I guess I'll only know when it's out in your hands and everyone's, hopefully people are being congratulatory in terms of the release and how much they like it. But a lot of JoJo stuff. If you're a JoJo's fan, I might reach out to you guys and ask you a few questions, because there's some things I'd really like to run past some hardcore JoJo's maniacs out there. Okay, Todd Hackett writes, does stretch decrease the quality or durability of denim, like in the Elephant X versus the XS, which has more durability? I don't think for the Elephant X XS, you're gonna pick up that jean and you're not gonna notice that stretch is there until you've probably worn them in for a little bit. Durability, I don't think it's gonna affect it at all. The thing about stretch is that it moves with you, right? This is a denim that's gonna move with you. So will that affect its overall durability? I don't think it'll affect it at all. Probably very little. It might actually increase the durability, because when it comes to like stretch tests, will it increase it overall? I'm trying to.
Not putting it too much on the fabric by having stretch.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, it may be a tensile strength test. What would win? Maybe the 100% cotton would win in a tensile strength test, but you're not going to put that type of stress on the jean. It's just not enough. It's not like a super elastic jean where there's a ton of elastic fibers that eventually will break down. There's only like 2% in here. It's a very, very small amount. So I don't think it's going to be like, if the Elephant X is more durable, it'll probably be like very slightly more durable. But comfort also matters. So you can have the most durable jeans in the world, but if they're uncomfortable, then you're probably less likely to wear them. So the fact that they will be more comfortable will give you more of an opportunity. Well, for those people who want that, will give them more of an opportunity to wear them. It's just a little bit. It's just enough to move with you, enough for that waistband to expand and, you know, be a little bit snugger on the body. You know, sometimes you stretch that waistband out and it's big. You got it, you know, hangs a little bit. Maybe you put it on a belt. But this one, it's going to stretch. It's going to hug you tight. It'll be the right waistband for you. So, that's a good question. It's probably, there's probably like an actual like scientific answer to it, but I think in practice, very, very little difference you'll notice. Right 75. People can cross time zones and travel back to the previous year at the moment. That is true. You'd probably have to run really fast. If you're on a border town, that might be like a border of a time zone. That could be kind of interesting. Riley O'Brien writes, Bahzad, I hope you're well. I am. I've noticed that the measuring guide on that milk Selvedge appears to have a slim thigh in the super guy fit. More slim than other super guys. Is this accurate? I'm going to say it's accurate because that measurement guide for the milk Selvedge has been up for a while now, and I haven't heard any complaints about sizing with that one. Usually, if it's inaccurate, what happens is we'll get a few more than one or two customer complaints on that, and then we'll double check or triple check and we'll revise. Now, sometimes measurements are going to be a little bit different than the rest. That is the nature of, you know, hand made garments. You know, it's not like somebody's cutting the jeans, you know, the fabric with the scissors, but our cutter, he's got a giant blade and he's cutting, you know, stacks of fabric by hand. So, and when people are operating those machines, they're operating them everything by hand. So it's not a precision steel, you know, with lasers and, you know, however the heck they cut precision steel, but this is not like, you know, precision manufacturing. So there's always going to be variances. There's going to be variances between fabrics. There's going to be variances between production lots. These things are always going to happen. So the measurement guides are there to ensure that you guys have the best and most informed information. I don't know if that makes sense, but you have the most information that you need to make the buying choice to get the right size. And that's why, you know, we of course, you know, a lot of folks, and they learn this when they start buying jeans online, is that if you're a 32 in one brand, doesn't mean you're 32 in another brand, doesn't mean you're 32 in another fit or, you know, another fabric. There's a lot of stretch jeans out there. Sometimes we get customers who are coming from, you know, buying jeans at the mall, and they're used to tons of stretch in those jeans. You know, the thing about those jeans is that you could be basically any size and they fit, which is great because, you know, any size fits. But when you're getting to raw denim, it doesn't quite work that way. So we get a lot of people say, hey, I'm a 32 in this brand, I'm a 32 in this fit. What is going to be the right? Should I get the 32 in this? And we say, look, generally you're in the zone, right? But every brand fits differently. Every brand cuts differently. And the way they do their actual measurements versus their tag size also varies wildly. Some brands are like huge, like, you know, the variance is huge. Our variance isn't so much. In Super Guy, it's usually about a size up. So whatever the actual measurement is usually about an inch bigger than the tag size. With Weird Guides about 2, with Easy Guides about 2.5, sometimes 3. But there could be variances there. Always check the measurement guide. I've made mistakes too. Sometimes I'm always a 32. And for the most part I am. But every now and then you get one because the batch might have been off, or, you know, maybe it's a different fit. So things will be a little bit different from time to time. A lot of Happy New Year's. Thank you so much, everybody. Happy New Year's. Mike Bryan, New York store was closed today. That's right. The New York store was closed today. Sorry about that. It was we posted it on the Google business thing, but sometimes not everybody gets to see that. Pedro Cortez, hey Bahzad, even though I know I can email for past jeans measurements, is it possible to display past and present jeans measurements like in an archive of some sort? We'll see. That is a tall task, if you believe it or not. The reason why older products that get taken down from the website is simply because there's a lot of older product, and basically the website will just be a million sold out products. And that just kind of, hunkers down. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about, but it slows down the website. So, some older product will live on the website for a while, and then, basically once we're sold out, it's out, it's gone. We don't have any left. We remove it from the website, and every now and then somebody does ask, and feel free to ask, because if we have the information on hand, we'll email that to you. But I think it's probably not going to happen. At least not in the near future. Maybe if we have a big web team one day, we can have a big old Naked Famous Denim archive, part of the website. But as of now, if you need older measurements, send us an email. We'll help you out with that. Ben, what is the logic of measuring the thigh from the crotch seam versus 1 to 2 inches down? Also with measuring the total thigh past the crotch seam. What is the logic? Some people consider the thigh to be a little bit lower than that area. I guess that's it. There isn't, when it comes to, even between web stores, everybody kind of has their own little bit unique take on how measurements need to be done. When you consider your thigh, people are trying to think, even like with your waist, you want to, like, where is the, there isn't like a scientific answer for like, where's your waist, or where is your, like, the biggest part of your, where's your thigh really, so I guess it's just, this is how we do it. So this is how we do it. And you guys got to, however way we do it, you guys should do it also when you're doing your measurements. It's funny because sometimes some people will email me and say, hey, my waist is 32 inches. I've measured myself. I'm like, where did you measure yourself? Like, where's your waist, right? Is your waist underneath your rib cage? Is your waist your hip bone? Is your waist, 2 inches under your hip bone, an inch under your hip bone, an inch over your hip bone? Where, or like, the small of your waist, like which part of you is your waist? So like, basically I try to explain that, like, your physical measurements don't mean a whole lot, because it's like the rise of the jeans isn't necessarily going to hit you where you measured yourself at your waist. So the best way is to, measure a pair of trousers or pants or jeans that you own, and that way you have a good idea of, or a better idea, because where those pants, how they feel on your body, where they hit you. So when you compare it to the measurements, okay, well, this is going to be a little bit higher than what I've got right now. It's going to be a little bit lower than what I've got right now. The thigh is going to be a little bit wider or the same. So that's why we do those comparisons, so that you can have at least a better understanding of what a pair of jeans might fit like on you without actually having them there. Rich Franks just got a pair of the Kasuri Selvedge 12.5 ounce today. They're great. My first pair of Naked Famous Denim. I love them. And thank you for joining the live stream. Enjoy those jeans. The Kasuris are really fantastic. I know that's a separate topic, but I want to bring some Kasuris back. Free man talk again. I love Elephant X jeans. Well, I'm glad that you do. We have the Elephant XS coming out as part of the Spring Summer 22 collection. Boris Nip, are you working on the next superlative jean? Slubbiest done, neppiest done, heaviest done. What's next? Well, the new heaviest, the 40 ounce, we're still working on that. So, we have the fabric. We just have to do the production. So that's what's next. The 40 ounce is what's next. It was supposed to come out 2021, but time. Hopefully this year we will have them out. we'll do a recap video with Brandon. I'm gonna ask him those questions. He's gonna give you some answers. Also draws any chance on Indigo waffle easy shirts. That material looks beautiful, but kimono style shirts aren't for me. I don't think. Well, yeah, we have it in the Aloha shirt, but not in the easy shirt. So yeah, the Aloha shirt might be for you. The Aloha shirt is what I was wearing in that video. Also, Fran Iglesias, Elephant X blew my socks off. The gray weft in Chrome Selvedge ID doesn't do justice in pictures or videos, and I didn't believe it when you said that they were rigid. They are crazy rigid. They are pretty rigid. I have to say that almost nothing we put out like visually compares to what the jeans are actually. It's not night and day, but there's clearly a big difference. There's only so much we can do in on the creative end of things, but look over on Blue Owl or on James Dant. They also do some pretty fantastic photography, and between all that stuff, you can get an even better picture of what some of the jeans look like. Okay, we've got a bunch of people wanting a measurement archive. Duly noted, everybody. Duly noted. Freeman talk again. Why are the MIJs more expensive than the Made in Canada ones? Couple reasons. Number one, for our MIJ collection, we don't limit ourselves in terms of fabric cost, basically. Within the Naked and Famous Denim, mainline, we're always trying to have like a sub $200 price point. That's really something we work very hard on achieving. So there's just certain things that we kind of got to live within. So there's certain constraints there. With MIJ, because we know that it's a little bit more of a product targeted towards a advanced customer, price point is a little bit less of a concern there. So fabric costs are generally higher in the MIJ collection. There are production details like the hidden rivets, the Selvedge fly, Peekaboo Selvedge. Peekaboo Selvedge ID is not really that much of a difference in cost, but there's hardware costs with the buttons. They're a little bit more expensive, and then of course they're not made in our factory, so we're using a third-party factory in the Made in Canada production. That's all made in our own factory, so there's a big cost savings there. But it's made in Japan, and then there's obviously shipping costs and stuff involved there. So production costs are higher because it's not our factory, and production costs in Japan is generally higher. So there are cost differences in the MIJ collection because there are cost differences in the MIJ collection, and that's what makes the price a little bit higher. And yeah, I hope that answers your question. Rich Franks, I have a pair of the Elephant X on the way. Can't wait. Well, I hope you enjoy them. It's the middle of winter. It's the right time. Or it's the start. Basically, we're getting into the heavy winter season. January, February is usually pretty bad. Enjoy them. M-Sway, that's the beauty of having different cuts. You can wear them however which way you look like on your head. Yes, you can wear all of our jeans on our head. Speaking of head, somebody was asking about caps. We've got these are coming out in the spring, so we can check them out here. I think I have some production samples, and then we had some corrected ones. I just don't remember which one is which, but oh, what? Oh, okay.
That's production sample, but it's correct.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right. Okay. This is the correct one. Something like that. Okay. So we've got the Japan Heritage Black. Didn't really adjust the back. It's a little tight for me. So classic baseball cap. How do I look? Good? I feel like JoJo. um, Japan Heritage Black. Japan Heritage Indigo. Fits a little better. So, classic baseball style cap. Very clean construction on these guys. And then we have the tech denim, the lightweight. This one's gonna be. I'm looking forward to this one a lot. I love this fabric. Is so cool, man. And you can see that, you know, even though it's so lightweight, it's still a very rigid material. Super lightweight. I'm trying to adjust the hat. Watching myself in the screens backwards. So. Anyways, there you have it. These are the new ball caps. They're coming out in the spring. So coming very soon. And of course, we still have the 5-panel. So the tech denim will also be available in the 5-panel cap if you want something that's a little bit more. These are a little bit more slimmer fitting. The top part. I don't know all of my hat terminology, but the top part isn't as deep. So if you want something that's sit a little bit higher on your head. There you go. Vince Chan, the raised belt loops on the MIJs are fire. Love the miniature details. Thank you. That's also the point of the MIJs, that like we can go all out with every little detail you can imagine. Now, for some people, you know, those things don't matter so much. But for some people, they matter a lot. And we just wanted to, with MIJ, it's like our showcase of like what we can, if we really want to just let loose and go nuts, we can make really, really, really crazy things. And, you know, a lot of people, for me, making something at that price point it's so much easier. It's so much easier when cost isn't really a concern. You can make anything. You know, that's kind of the interesting part, because there's some I don't want to compare, but I'm not going to compare. You know, at Naked and Famous, I think the what really makes Naked and Famous special is that we can get all of the good details that you want in a pair of jeans, pack it in, get it at an amazing price. That is so difficult. You know, making something with all the details, all the bells and whistles, all the frills at any price, you know, that's actually not hard. That's actually a lot easier than you think it is. But packing it in at a much more affordable price point, that's where the challenge comes. And I think we do a pretty good job of it. I mean, we're still around for as many years as we have been, and of course with all of your support. So yeah, I don't want to get too much into that topic, but I don't like making comparisons. But when people do make comparisons, it's like, oh well, Naked Famous doesn't have this and that, and it's like they're not paying for it. Like, you know, it's like comparing I wouldn't even say it's like comparing because it's not. It's not like comparing a luxury watch or a luxury car to like not. Like, you know, that I'm trying to think of a fair comparison. But when you're not paying for something and you don't get it, is it a shock that it's not there? I don't know. I guess that's that. But that what you are paying for has so much value packed into it. Yeah, I can't think of a fair comparison. If you guys iPhones.
Just like the cuter model.
Oh right.
Prices and that raw.
Oh right. Yeah, Risa, great example. When you're buying iPhones, you know, there's like 3 or I don't know how many models of the same line. You know, you got the Pro, you got the Pro Max, and it's like you got the small one, and it's like they all have the same functions. But oh, you want the bigger screen? Okay, well you pay a little bit more. Oh, you want the even bigger screen with the extra camera? You pay even more. And it's like, okay, well, nobody's going to tell me that like the processor or, you know, all the main functionality and components are different, because they're not. Just you pay a little bit extra to get the few extra things that you might want if you want them. But aside from that, the experience is the same. That is definitely the best way to compare these things. So I think it's a good comparison. I think that's a very fair comparison. You want, yeah, you get everything is the same except you get a little bit extra here, but you pay for it. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Invis Ian's leaving for New Year's Eve shenanigans. Bahzad, thanks again for the live streams. Cheers to 2022. Have fun out there. Be safe. Billy Black, the 5-panel is dope. Actually, all those hats are fire. Well, I'm glad you like them. I'm looking. You know, I wear a lot of hats actually. So I'm looking forward to having a baseball cap version of this. The 5 panels are fine. I like wearing the 5 panels, but I've got a big head and my long hair kind of makes hats like that a little bit slippery, so they're always moving around. So like I like having the deepness of the ball cap, so it just kind of stays on my head. Ben, you said the raw cotton denim won't fade, but will you get reverse fades as they get dirty? You'll probably need to embrace that look. I wish it was easier to find a photo examples of that. Well, actually, when we did the natural seed denim, there's some photos of Garrett who wore the natural seed, and basically that's exactly it. You know, your jeans are gonna patina from wear, from dirt and grime and all that stuff that build up on them. So they're not gonna fade because there's no indigo in them to fade, but they will certainly patina and age with time, just, you know, like anything else. I mean, you know, you look at a pair of like painter's overalls, and they get covered in, you know, all kinds of gunk and filth and whatever, but they look really cool afterwards. So that's it. That's kind of the thinking there. BD, hi Risa, applause from my wife on the wrap dress. My wife saw the stripes at the start of the video and was happy. The best was last. I'm glad you're enjoying that. The women's collection is growing. There's a lot more, in those videos, you know, you can see that we do a lot more in the women's collection other than jeans. There's a lot of fashion in there as well. And yeah, Risa works pretty hard on putting those collections together. I'm glad you enjoy it. Is there a black groovy guy jean in the works? There is a black groovy guy jeans in the works. Oh, you're just stepping out for a second. Show off this amazing fit Risa's got on. Hey everybody, Risa's just stepping out for a second, just going to the grocery store. Check out this awesome. You got the classics, you got the red hoodie, you got the shot B3. You're ready to face the winter out there.
It's the New Year's colors.
It's the New Year's colors. All right, see you in just a second. Sorry, I'm just going through a bunch of questions here. M Sway, why does my Casio not have a tourbillon? Exactly. If you paid for it, you should certainly have it. But if you didn't pay for it, you know, what are you gonna do? Falsa Draws, adorable. Pedro Cortez, she's stylish. She is stylish. She's a very stylish woman. That's why I married her. One of many reasons. And if you like that comment, and if you like Risa's style, hit the like button, everybody. Let's get those likes up on this video right now. If you're tuning in, your likes, your subscriptions, they all help us become more discoverable to more raw denim fans out there. So if you can, hit that like button, show your appreciation. Subscribe if you haven't already. Last week we had a bunch of subscribers. I guess when we're giving stuff away, people were more inclined to hit that subscribe button. But that's okay. Even if you don't, hit it now. You know, one thing I do find is sometimes, I even found myself this week, is that sometimes I think I'm subscribed to a channel because their videos are always recommended to me and I watch all the videos, and then I realize that I'm not actually subscribed to the channel. So I understand if maybe sometimes you think you are, but you're not. It's okay. If you find that you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. CG, oh my god, cool jacket, my dream jacket. It is a great jacket. It's the Shot B3, fantastic. I have one myself. We have matching B3 jackets. You can we actually don't carry. We used to carry that one on Tate and Yoko. Maybe we'll bring it back. But just a classic jacket. It's gonna last forever. So warm. We were wearing them last night outside in the cold. Very, very warm jacket. Very nice jacket. I'm a big fan. Sebastian Pilje, hey Bahzad, thanks for the gift card. Good to be subscribed. You are welcome, sir. Thanks for being a a wonderful member of our raw denim community, and that goes for everybody here as well. You guys, the everybody who's tuning in, the regulars. If you're watching for the first time, we have a great time on these live streams. We like to talk about denim. I was answering a lot of the comments from last week, and the camaraderie that we kind of put together here on these live streams. I was talking last night. There's a raw denim Discord, and every now and then I pop in, and somebody asked me, "Hey, did you make any? Have you made any friends in like Japan, Tokyo yet?" I'm like, I haven't made any friends. I'm always home. I don't leave the house. But the thing about me is like, you meet somebody and you whatever, and you start talking about hobbies. It's like, so what kind of things do you like? I'm like, jeans. Yeah, I like pants. I'm a big fan of smelly, unwashed, dirty jeans. Just can't get enough of them. There's not a lot of people I'm going to meet in the world that are going to appreciate this type of conversation. But every week we can all get together here and talk about our little passion. So I appreciate you guys very much for being a part of that, allowing me also. This is also like therapy for me to talk about jeans with people who like talking about jeans. So I appreciate you guys letting me do that, and appreciate you guys tuning in, and I appreciate appreciating. So thanks so much to all you guys. Area 51 GR, what would be a good choice for a first Naked Famous Denim? Left hand twill, dirty fade, natural indigo selvage. Those are my go-tos for a lot of people who want to get into raw rigid. If you're coming from wearing stretch jeans, maybe you're buying, I'm not going to name brands, but jeans that have a lot of stretch in them. And you find that the crispiness of raw denim might be a little bit overwhelming. It's not very comfortable for you. Start with something like our stretch selvage, Nightshade stretch selvage. Those are great raw denim fabrics. They're a little bit crisp, but they're not the most rigid fabrics that we have. And they also contain just a little bit of stretch. So you can be comfortable in them without being, without going all the way to the deep end, the crispiness, the real cardboard feeling like denim. And that could be maybe your next pair. So if you want to take a little bit of a baby step into the raw denim world, look for something with a little bit of stretch selvage, deep indigo stretch selvage, Nightshade stretch selvage. Like I'm actually wearing the night. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm wearing the Nightshade stretch selvage right now. Very, very comfortable jean. They fade just like any other raw denim jean would. So you don't have to worry about like them not fading or anything like that. So yeah, we've got. If you want classic, you want to jump right into it. Left hand twill, dirty fade, natural indigo. You can't go wrong. If you find that a little bit intimidating. And there's no shame in that also, right? Whatever gets you into raw denim, that's the most important thing. If you want to be into raw denim, you want to get into raw denim for the first time, then there's no wrong way to do it. There has been a mentality out there that, if it's not 100% cotton and if it's not, heritage and all that stuff, then you're doing it wrong. That's absolute nonsense. Nobody here subscribes to that mentality. In fact, the people who do subscribe to that mentality are few and far between, and I don't really understand. That's not true. I do understand why they think that way, but I don't agree with them. So a little bit of stretch is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Raw denim is what's important. If you're gonna, enjoy the experience however way you can. Celebrating the new year with my Okayama Spirit 5s. Insane texture. Can't wait for the fades throughout 2022. That's right. If you're... I just got a message on my phone. Just got to make sure it's not an emergency. All right, great. Actually, what is that? That is Noah of Naked Famous Denim New York fame. Our former employee there, Naked Famous Denim New York, just wishing me and Risa Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Noah, if you're watching this right now. If you're not, I'm just going to say Happy New Year, bro. Just shouted you out on the live stream. There you go. Good old Noah. Good old Noah. Decibels writes, I started with the left-hand twill. They've been great as a first pair. The left-hand twill is is definitely the jean I've worn the most out of any Naked Famous denim ever. My left-hand twills they need some repair. They're starting to fall apart because I've ignored practically every repair that is necessary for those jeans. So anyways, I'm going to get Risa to do a couple of repair jobs on those. We'll make a video. We'll do a fade review on those jeans as well. Okay, there's a lot of questions. If I missed your question, feel free to ask it again. If I don't get to it, I might have missed it. Gary Rainey Jr. writes, I'm really looking forward to the Elephant XS. They'll be my first pair. They'll be my first of the Elephant series, but I feel those will. This pair will nicely with my fast fading Jason jacket. I feel those will pair nicely with my fast fading denim jacket. Can't read. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, you've got the Jason Voorhees Selvedge. That is a great fading denim. If you want to see some good examples of that being faded, check out Supreme Connoisseur on Instagram. Our good friend, he's often in the chat here. He's fading the jacket and the jeans. He's got both fading very, very beautifully. But the Elephant XS, absolutely. You got the heavyweight with the heavyweight. I think it's going to be a great pairing there. So enjoy. About to pull the trigger on the Okayama Spirit 5s, but I'm trying to see where to send them to get hemmed. Francisco Michael. Well, if you're buying them at Tate & Yoko or Naked Famous Denim NYC, we can do the hemming there. If you're not, also don't worry about, look, chain stitch hemming is great. It looks nice and all, but don't stress about it. You know, sometimes people send, they send them out to, this place or that place. Spend a lot of money doing that. If you're spending 30, 40 bucks or more, don't do it. It's not worth it. That's a big chunk of the value of your jeans just being, sent out for that's just going to basically the mailman, because the shipping cost is a lot. The single needle stitch is fine. It looks, looks wise. No, it doesn't take anything away from your jeans. I don't even look on my jeans. I just raw hem them. I don't even have any hem. Like you don't have to worry too much about that. A single needle is gonna be fine. It's actually gonna hold up longer. The chain stitch, once one part of that chain breaks, and it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. We're using poly cotton thread, so it's a polyester core with cotton wrap. That's what we use. Some people use 100%. If you use 100% cotton thread on the chain stitch hem, you're just insane. Now, some brands and some companies do that because they think that's the authentic, heritage way to do it, because there wasn't polycore thread at the time, so we got to use 100% cotton, even though it's just your jeans are going to disintegrate. Don't do it. Just go to your local tailor. They'll do a regular hem. Don't ask them for a European hem or I've seen this happen. So now different places call it different things. Some people call it an original hem. Some people call it a European hem, a Euro hem, whatever. Basically, when they cut off the hem and then they reattach it, and they can some places can do it in such a way that it doesn't look like, from the outside it looks fine. Like, it doesn't look like a piece of fabric has been sewn back on, but you'll notice it when you flip the cuff and you see that Selvedge ID. And when I worked at Holt Renfrew, it's a Canadian luxury department store, we used to do a lot of these types of hems on washed jeans, like jeans that were pre-distressed, because they had all this distressing at the bottom, and so the tailors would cut that off and they would put it back on so that all that distressing would still appear there, and for the most part it looked fine on a jean that had distressing. You weren't going to flip that cuff up anyways, but with Selvedge, it ruins it. Don't do it. Because there's no distressing, there's nothing to maintain down there. They can just cut the fabric and do a hem, and they don't need to reattach anything. If they're reattaching something, you've gone too far. It's wrong. Don't let them do it. and the thing is like a lot of places have different. Like for me, an original like a basic hem or original hem is just, you know, cut the fabric, fold it, flip it, and sew it. That's sewing. That's some people, they'll cut it off, they'll reattach it. They might call it those things different things. So just make sure that they are not reattaching anything, you know. So you'll be okay. Yeah, that don't stress the chain stitch hem if it's gonna cost you a lot. If it's gonna cost you a lot, don't do it. If it's not gonna cost you, you know, if it's part of the service, you know, Blue Owl does it as a service. We do it as a service. I know some other stores do it as a service. Get it done. Sure. You know, if you're in New York, you got a pair of Naked Famous, bring them to the store. You know, we'll take care of you. But if you're having to pay, you know, shipping back and forth plus the cost of doing the hem, it's gonna get pricey. I don't think it's worth it. Save that money for your next pair of jeans. Buy a T-shirt. Buy some socks. You're better off spending your money that way. Sasha Yav. Dirty Fade was my first pair. I really like it. Dirty Fade was, I used to wear the Dirty Fades quite a lot. I grew out of mine, and they're on the fade wall somewhere in Montreal. Okay. BD, started to keep asking about the canvas, getting my first pair, and wondered about how they work in, etc. Well, what do you want to know about how they work in? Are you wondering about how they fade? They will fade. I mean, if you're getting the Indigo ones, they're going to fade. The Duck will also fade. All of our canvas options are going to fade for you. Let me know if you have a more specific question than that. Good or neat, Fall Winter 21 items to show tonight. Fall Winter 21? No. Fall Winter 22, maybe in a few weeks. I could probably show you a couple of spring things today. But we'll stick around. M-Sway, is that why you have 100 million pairs of shoes? You've thought, why resole shoes? Just buy a new pair. You know, I just did some repairs on some sneakers, some Converse sneakers the other day. I've resold a couple of. I own a lot of slides, Yuketen slides. I own a bunch of these. Different ones, because ever since we're working from home, this is what I wear at home. So like, this is basically all I wear. So if I wear out the sole or anything like that, I get them repaired. I haven't had to replace any soles on boots, probably because I own a lot of boots, and nothing has gotten to the point where they need to be resold yet. But at some point they will, and I will certainly repair them. I've put a bit of a kibosh on new shoes. I think 2022, unless something really hits me with you know, something I need, I will probably hold off on buying shoes this year. Yeah, I
believe it at the end of the year.
Risa says she'll believe it at the end of the year. I think you guys will probably believe it at the end of the year too. We'll see. I'm gonna try my best to not get any new shoes for 2022. That's one of my New Year's resolutions. Maybe I need to thin out the collection a little bit too. We're running out of space here. Yeah, just the fact that we don't go out as much, you know, has led me to not want to have any more shoes or boots. But I have, how many pairs of slides now? Like a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 pairs of Yuketen slides. 7? Yeah. It's a lot. That's a lot of pairs. Yeah, but that's what I wear at home. I just got some sheepskin ones for the winter. So, you know, I gotta show you. So last week I showed you my sheepskin boots, but I also got the sheepskin slides. So, yeah, very, very cozy and comfortable to wear on a cold winter day at home, especially because, as you can see, we got concrete everywhere. There's no insulation. It's cold in here. All right. BD, my pals at Detail do great hems. Yeah, Detail does a great job with the hemming. Over the Rainbow in Toronto, also hemming on the spot. Yeah. A lot of denim shops, whether or not they do a chain stitch or not, a lot of denim shops will do have the option for hemming in store. I think it's a very nice service. Earl Lynch writes, I have 60 pairs of Naked Famous Denim jeans. You are a maniac, sir. That's quite the collection. Let me know, what are your top 3 in that collection? What are your top 3? Why do you guys use nylon for the tech jeans? Does it make the jeans less breathable despite the weight? Why do we use nylon? Because nylon is super, super durable and also lightweight. It's the same reason nylon is used in a lot of basically in everything. It's used in a lot of backpacks. It's used in a lot of synthetic fibers are used in all kinds of high performance, strength to weight ratio fabrics, and that's why we use it in the tech denim, because it is designed to be lightweight and ultra durable. Mr. Overlord 14,000, bonne année, monsieur. Happy New Year, everybody. Van Dien, it's New Year's here in the UK right now. Happy New Year to you guys in the UK. We're going to go through some time zones here for sure. Sebastian Pilche, any news on the Harvest Ode or King of Lords? Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to send out an email with release information on those, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be coming out very soon. Leo T, we need a new batch of Japan Heritage, and we need a double Indigo version. Just saying, Happy New Year. Well, Happy New Year. The Japan Heritage line will continue on. There will definitely be an Indigo version at some point. I think we did an Indigo. Japan Heritage 2, was it? Indigo? I feel like we did. I don't remember offhand. Yeah.
No, that was. I don't think that was Indigo. I remember the Flasher.
Yeah. I don't remember the number. I think we've done an Indigo version before, but it'll probably come back again. Indigo by Black. There will be variations on the Japan Heritage over the years. Naked Famous and Western boots with a snow toe made in heaven. I don't have any Western style boots. I could probably use some. Okay. Earl Lynch, do you have an Instagram? I would love to see pictures of your collection. Pedro Cortez writes. Let us know. If you got a big collection of jeans, everybody wants to see them. That's for sure. Diet Man writes, did Daniel Craig wear a pair of Naked and Famous jeans? Oh, sorry. Did Daniel Craig wear a pair of Naked and Famous denim? If so, which pair was it? So Daniel Craig, in No Time to Die, there's a brief scene where he's pulling a tarp from top of a car, and he's wearing a pair of Weird Guy Stretch Selvedge. Weird Guy Stretch Selvedge. That is the jeans featured in No Time to Die. When that movie came out, we had a bunch of number one, I didn't know. I didn't know offhand that. Well, I didn't. Here, I'll give you the full story. So the movie came out, and all of a sudden, I was getting emails from people asking me which Naked and Famous Denim jeans were featured in No Time to Die, and it was, people from these James Bond forums. So there's these forums. They love James Bond stuff. They want to figure out every detail of every James Bond jean, and I'm like, I don't even know that our jeans are in the movie, and they're like, okay. And then, I was going back and forth with some of them, and basically they had seen the film, and they had some screenshots, and they're like, we're pretty sure that these are yours. And I looked at the shots, and I'm like, they look, just from the positioning of the patch and the size of the patch, I'm like, they look like ours. I think they're the Weird Guy Stretch Selvedge. They could also be the Dirty Fade. I wasn't sure. I'm like, I haven't seen the movie yet. I still haven't seen the movie, by the way. But I'm like, maybe when the 4K comes out, I could probably identify them a little bit better. And then, I was just talking internally to our staff, and one of our staff members who used to work at the New York City store, I guess, he's still friends with the brand. He came to the shop, and he mentioned that he had sold a pair of jeans to somebody who worked at the production company, and they told him that these were going to be for Daniel Craig. And you know what? I actually looked back through, like, we have a company chat program, and they mentioned that to me a long time ago. So anyways, I looked it up. Yeah, and it was true. Yeah, it's the weird guy stretch Selvedge for Daniel Craig that were featured in No Time to Die. He's wearing our jeans. It's pretty cool. James Bond in Naked and Famous. I can't say I would have ever seen that coming, but it was not like a brand placement thing. Like we had no we had nothing to do with it. Basically, the stylist for the film liked our jeans. They bought them. I guess they worked out well. You know, the thing about our jeans is they actually get featured in quite a few productions. I go through the the orders on Tate and Yoko and stuff, and I can see that, because it'll say like whatever production company, and they order a lot, and so I know our jeans are featured in a lot of things. I think the reason why that happens is there's no like recognizable logos on our jeans, and sometimes they just need a clean pair of dark jeans for these sets. When I worked at Holt Renfrew a long time ago, we used to do a lot of film production stuff. There's a lot of movies being shot in Toronto, so the production be in all the time. And yeah, like the thing about film production is they often need a lot of the same thing. And like if you're a good day on the sales floor, typically production is supposed, there's something called personal shopping or private shopping at the service that they offer at Holt Renfrew. I'm sure they offer it at every like luxury department store. Your personal shopper, your private shopper, film production is supposed to go through them. For some reason, they're supposed to do it, but I think here's what I think is that film production, I guess the agreement is that they're supposed to keep a certain amount of the stuff, and it's a little annoying because sometimes they need to buy a leather jacket, and then they need for the main actor, they might need like two, one to use, one as a backup, and then if there's a stunt, then they need leather jackets for, say there's multiple stuntmen for that actor for one particular scene, they'll need like eight pairs of jeans or jackets, whatever it is, all in different sizes, and maybe they don't actually end up using it. So they need to, they have these thousands of dollars tied up in like 8 jackets. And if you go through personal shopping will be like, no, you can't return it. But if you go through the salespeople, there's this return policy. Yeah, sure, no problem. And I'll take that sale any day. I will take a sale of 8 leather jackets that cost $2,000 a pop, and a chance having to get that returned on me. Whatever, no big deal. Because like production sales are so easy sometimes. They just come in, they buy a lot of stuff. Whatever. Some of it comes back, some of it doesn't. Like, I didn't have to fit anybody for an hour for anything. The person who's doing the buying comes in, says, I need 8 of these. Okay, cool, let's do it. So you get like a $12,000 sale in like 10 minutes work. Not too bad. So, on Tate and Yoko, all the time we get, production orders, and they're being used on all kinds of television and movies. You're just not going to see it because our logo is indistinguishable. You're not going to see it. Maybe they'll cut the leather patch off. Maybe it'll be covered up by a shirt or something, or it's just not going to be on the screen. And because we don't have any like embroidery or anything else on our jeans, you're just not going to see it. I might recognize it, or like sometimes I'll see something on television. I'm like, are those ours? And I'm like looking at the rivets. I'm like, I think those are ours, but like it's hard to tell on screen also. But the sleuthing the people did at the James Bond forum to figure out that they were Naked Famous in the first place was incredible. Those guys were doing some crazy work. Rob Rosenfield writes, what's Risa cutting back there?
Oh, just making
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, she's some vegetables. She's going to be making some New Year's kind of broth and stew and stuff. So some traditional Japanese food we're going to be having today with the family. So she's just doing some prepping for that. Go Saints writes, Bahzad, thanks for the autograph. Wubba lubba dub slub. Enjoy, my friend. Enjoy those jeans. MC Dizzle. Also, for film productions, raw jeans, raw denim would be the best because they can fade away and fray the jeans so the character should... so they can fade and fray the jeans how the character should be portrayed. I've seen it done on with shoes, too. Oh, interesting. I don't know how many people are actually doing that, but I think if you have dark, nondescript jeans in a scene, then it's a lot easier. I also think they like using them because maybe I'm not sure how it works with showing recognizable brands on television, if you have to pay royalties or if there's permission stuff involved with that. And if you can't tell what brand it is, nobody's going to get in trouble for the way something is portrayed. So we kind of work well in that respect. We also work well in that respect for people going back to the office. A lot. This is a weird segue, but the amount of people I've been talking to who went from working from home to going back to the office, and they're just everyone's casual now. When we went back to Canada, I went to the bank, and everybody at the bank it looked like they were wearing just hanging out clothes, like hoodies and t-shirts and jeans, and I'm like, it was very informal, and I was a little taken aback because in Japan basically everyone everywhere you go is wearing a uniform. You're at the convenience store, they're in a uniform. You're at the bank, they're certainly wearing a suit and tie and all that stuff. So I was like, what is going on here? I'm like, this is a little different. It doesn't bother me. It's just, I guess, reverse culture shock, I guess. But I know a lot of people going back to work and jeans are acceptable. Now that's probably not going to be the most thrashed jeans in the world if you're working in a bank or something like that. But a clean pair of dark indigo, those are soon becoming a work staple. Gary Rainey Jr. writes, any news on when you can expect the black groovy guys? I'll say by the summer. Fran Iglesias, one day I want to catch you at the New York City store and get your autograph on my Okayama Spirit Force behind the size tag. Hey, hopefully the world will open up soon. I'm hoping. And we'll be able to travel a little bit more. And when we are back in New York, we'll announce, when we're there. If you can drop by, it would be great to see you. KW, don't forget the stuntman's wardrobe. Yeah, any scene for production that you're selling to that involves a stuntman, it's gonna be a good day. Good day. When we worked with the people who did the film Slaxx, Slaxx, Slaxx. So there was I talked about it earlier last year. It's a horror movie about a possessed pair of jeans, and in fact, the jeans that they used in that film as the bad guy, as the killer, were Naked Famous jeans. And man, I think we did for that production, it was something like 50 pairs of one jean. The bad guy, I think we made 50 pairs of them for just for them, because they needed so many pairs for puppeteering, and blood gets thrown on them. Okay, we need a clean pair for the next scene. So they were just we were producing all, because they also needed a small size, so we were just producing them as they basically needed, and very, very fun production to be a part of, especially our jeans were the main bad guy. So if you haven't seen or heard about that movie, it's called Slaxx, Slaxx. It's a Canadian production, Canadian horror film. It's basically a critique of the fast fashion industry and consumption in general. Often horror movies have some kind of sub I don't want to say subplot, but sub meaning. But you this one you can definitely tell what they're kind of critiquing. But yeah, check it out. It's on a lot of streaming services. Slaxx. You will recognize the jeans as the natural indigo selvage. The natural indigo selvage. BD, we need a Bahzad auto patch for the collection. Bahzad auto patch. I don't know what that means, but sure. Will the denim coveralls be releasing in spring summer? Happy New Year. No. I think we still got to plan that out. Rob Rosenford, that's great. There's a great shop here in LA called It's a Wrap. It sells the leftover clothing from film shoots. Some of it has been tailored, modified for stunt gear, shut up, bloodied, but you find great stuff. That must be a pretty cool store. It's a Wrap. Recent, you know about that store?
No, that's awesome.
Yeah. That sounds awesome. Yeah, and it's a great, if you're doing a huge production, think about the amount of wardrobe they need for a big film. It's huge amount of stuff. You need a warehouse to store that stuff. So having stores that like buy that up and clear that up for you must be great for them. Incredible. I'd love to check that store out. Especially if you find stuff from a movie that you might be aware of. That'd be pretty cool.
Does it say what's
No, I wonder. It wouldn't say. That'd be cool if it did say. I'm a big wrestling fan, as some of you guys might know. I remember seeing a Reddit thread from somebody who found one of Vince McMahon's suits at a Goodwill. I guess, when Vince is done with his clothes, he donates them just like anybody else. And I think it was a Brioni suit or something like that, a very, very expensive suit. And, made for Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And, it was just because Vince is huge. Vince is he's a bodybuilder. He's jacked. And the guy in the thread had it. I thought it was pretty neat. It's kind of funny what you can find at a thrift store. Pedro Cortez, was Trinity wearing Selvedge jeans in the Matrix Resurrections? It's a quick scene. I couldn't tell. Have you seen it yet, Bahzad? I have seen the movie. I did not notice that. I'm gonna have to give that another look at to see if I can confirm that or not. It's not our jeans. If it is, we had nothing to do with it. Impressive that the filmmaker requested so many pairs of denim. But speaking of Slaxx, yeah, but you have to understand, the reason why they needed so many is because there were so many puppets that needed to be built. If you watch that movie, the way the jeans move, it's all puppeteering. So sometimes they'll have 3 or 4 pairs of jeans just for one sequence. If you'll see the jean running from here and then it, running and then it jumps. That's two separate puppets. So, and that might have just been like, half a second of film of, the jean jumping, but they needed that extra pair. And then when it does something else, then there's another puppet. So that's what's really cool about Slaxx, is that it was a practical effects movie. They had puppeteering, they had like green screen, like they had the guys in the outfit with the green, but they were actually moving these jeans around to make them, walk and move the way they did. It was really, really cool how they did it. At the end of the movies, they kind of show some of that stuff off. Mr. Overlord 14,000, a 007 collaboration would be interesting. I think it would be interesting, especially now that we have some kind of thing. But I don't know anybody at the James Bond. I don't know anybody there, but it could be possible. It could be possible one day. Francisco Michael writes, they have a gyros place called That's a Wrap out by me. That's pretty funny. Make sure you go to the right store, or go to both. Go to both. Sounds like a fun afternoon. Diet Man, were any Naked Famous jeans featured in the new Matrix movie? Not to my knowledge. If we did our collaboration, but you know what? Our collaboration, that was established before I even knew a sequel was even coming out. It really, release-wise, it kind of timed perfectly. I think they moved the release date of that movie over and over and over again. So we were kind of tied into that way. But as far as our jeans being featured in the movie, if they did, it wasn't, it would have been just a production studio buying jeans, through one of our retail partners, our store. And it wasn't like they reached out to us specifically. Rob Rosenfield writes, they tagged the clothes with the shows they're from. So yeah, you get to know where they were used. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. It's a wrap. The next time a movie uses Naked and Famous, they should invite you to see the production for a day or two. We got to see Slaxx. You know, they invited us on the set. We got to watch them film stuff. That was pretty cool. I've never been on a film set like that before. I wanted to be killed in the movie. I thought that, but they would have arranged it if I really. They were excited. There's I don't want to give it away, but there is a scene where there's a lot of extras that get destroyed, and I think I could have snuck my way into that. Yeah, it would be nice if that was an option, to go and visit these sets. But these are big productions. They're not the people who make the one pair of jeans that they use in a scene for a few seconds. It's not really they're not really interested in catering to that. They want to get their film done and on to their next project. Fran Iglesias writes, I only have 6 jeans in my wardrobe, and that's all I wear. And they are all Naked and Famous. Product customer for 5 years. I remember when I got my first pair when I was 17 years old. I was so happy. Well, thank you very much. 6 pairs are going to last you a very, very long time. 17 years old, getting into raw denim. Good for you. You did it before I did. I was in my mid-20s until I figured it out. Now you have a much longer time of your life that you get to enjoy raw denim jeans. Do you know about Tonetta? Tonetta? If not, don't Google. Okay, I won't. When will you pick the winners of last week's contest? They were picked on Monday, so I left a comment under their comment and let them know. So we did determine the winners already. Can you please make another black heavyweight elephant denim? My OCD needs them in my collection. We were talking about it this week, so it'll happen. It'll happen. I saw a pair of Elephant 8s, really cool fades, 11 months, 10 washes. I'm doing year no washes with another brand. Too big a chunk of a person's life going to try to aim for 6 months on my Elephant X. Okay. Sometimes the way I read things, the cadence doesn't come out properly. Apologize. Sometimes I don't read properly. But yeah, 6 months on your Elephant X, that's a good goal to set for yourself. I'm just trying to think. I got an email from the Indigo Invitational people. I didn't open the email yet. I just saw Indigo Invitational. I think their registration's opening. I don't know what pair am I going to wear. I don't know. Does anybody know what jeans they want to wear for Indigo Invitational Round 3? Round 3 is coming up. Bahzad, have you finished JoJo's Part 1, Phantom Blood? Part 1 I finished, and then Part 2 I finished. So I'm there. I just started watching, I guess it's Season 2, because the first one is Season 1 Part 1 and Season 1 Part 2. So I'm working on Season 2 right now. There's a lot of episodes, so just I'm working my way through the entire series. It started off slow. It got a lot better, I have to say. But there's some JoJo stuff I see out there in the world, and I'm not quite familiar with what the references are yet. But I'm looking forward to learning. Yeah, the animation quality certainly gets a lot better. I'm looking forward to that. Although I didn't mind the quality of man, I don't remember the names, but Phantom Blood and Part 2, I forget what it's called. But you know what else I kind of enjoy is trying to figure out all these relationships. There's so and so is the father of who, and there's this guy is related to that, and so it's fun to figure out this timeline. There's so many characters. James and Keating, thinking about picking up the Mainline Selvedge with my giveaway gift card. Do you think that or the Elephant XS will be out before April 1st? They should both be out before April 1st. They should both be out before April 1st. You should be okay. So you'll have your choice. Gary Rainey Jr. writes, my introduction to the Naked and Famous Denim brand was with the Street Fighter collection. I sandbagged and missed out on that collection. Got the Vegeta jeans from Dragon Ball Z collection, and I've been a loyal customer since. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, the Street Fighter collection definitely opened up a lot of eyes. The Dragon Ball did too. I'm hoping that we catch some more eyes with the JoJos as well. I mean, our collaborations often bring in new people to raw denim. Any way we can bring them in. That's a great way to start in your raw denim journey. Regina Bobuena, I can't commit to one pair of jeans for an entire year. That's okay. There's no wrong way to do this. Some of us are maniacs. But even like last year with the Indigo Invitational, I wore my solid black Selvedges pretty solid for the whole year. I didn't wear them every day. I still wore a couple pairs of jeans here and there, but you don't have to. I mean, it's a nice goal. I think that even for people who say that they're going to wear a pair of jeans for a year, most of them probably will wear something else here and there. It's like your main pair of jeans. But yeah. Any chance of the Friday the 13th jeans getting reissued? No chance of that. Could you make an Aloha style flannel? We could. But does anyone want an Aloha style flannel? That's a good question.
One person.
Yeah, one person does. Is it possible to get a germophobe to understand the concept behind raw selvage denim and fading them, not washing? I would say that, look, if you're a germophobe, if you're legitimately, that is your concern, and I don't think you're going to convince them. I think that they have made up their mind about how they want to live their life, and don't mess with it. Let them be. Right. Some people are very OCD. Yeah, there's they're very conscious of that. But yeah, for some people who just think it might be a little bit unhygienic or whatever, jeans, once you've worn them for a few days, they're as dirty as they're going to be. And if you'll see that, like, unless you've fallen in the mud or something, like, like they got really, really dinged up or stained, or you wore them on a very, very sweaty day, like, they don't, I find that they don't hold dirt very much. Any dirt that there is on them, you can brush that off, and it comes off real nice. And I think once you get past it mentally, that you don't actually have to wash your jeans. You don't wash your jacket every time you wear your jacket. There's all kinds of garments you wear that you don't wash all the time. You wear a baseball cap, you wash it every time? No. What's the difference, right? So with jeans, I think some people think, just like a underwear or t-shirt, you wear it, you wash it, right? Jeans, you don't actually have to do it. And once I think somebody's gotten into that mentality of, hey, I didn't wash them, I wore them, they were fine, they don't smell, right? It takes a while for your jeans to actually really start stinking. So it might be something that, you have to go in steps. But a lot of us do this. There's been no harm. And as far as I know, I don't think anyone's ever had any adverse reactions to not washing their jeans. For a period of time. Once they get to the filthy, disgusting land, definitely wash your jeans. But, if you haven't washed your jeans, if you wore them for 3 or 4 times, no problem. 10 times, no problem. Months, no problem. If you've found yourself, your jeans are disgusting, give them a wash. Billy Black writes, JoJo just gets better and stranger. You're in for a treat. Yeah, I hear. Everyone tells me, like, the first 2 parts are, like, they're okay, but, like, it really gets better later on. So, anyways, I'm gonna learn a lot in the coming weeks. Mason Brando writes, I got my brother Vegeta jeans, his favorite character, for 20 years plus, and he's unknowingly achieving the sickest fades on hardcore denim. That is also, kind of fun, is when somebody who maybe gets a pair of raw denim jeans and doesn't quite realize that there's a process here, and they're just wearing them and washing them like they would any other pair of jeans. and they get some really, really sick fades out of them. Sometimes they're like, oh, well, I wore these jeans out. I'm like, oh, they're done. I'm like, it happens. You know, people come to the store and the store. They've just got these jeans. Like, I wore these out. Time to get new ones. And they're really not too familiar with the concept, and they just happen to have like the best looking jeans. It definitely happens from time to time. Will you guys ever dive into super heavy flannels, like 12 and 15 ounce heavy? Our Melton, our cotton Melton is super heavy. I don't know what the weight is offhand, but sure. We do have and have had some very heavyweight flannels in the past. Our work shirts, we do a tremendous job with them. They're starting to gain more and more in popularity. I'm going to start to have a couple of like core, like our cotton Melton ones. I'm going to start offering those as like basically a basic option. Because I think those are really, really fantastic flannels, and they've sold well. And anyway, we'll see how they do as a running option. I'm thinking about buying an Akuma denim. It is brand new with tags, but quite expensive, $400. What can you tell me about this model? I can tell you that if you get the trunks or the Majin Buu denim, which we might have a few pairs left, or you might be able to find them for less money, it's the same fabric. Now, the Akuma denim was super limited. There were not very many pairs of that made. I don't remember offhand, but not very many at all. So that was one of the rarer Naked Famous Denim jeans. There have been jeans with smaller production lots, but they don't have the same amount of kind of hype around them. The Akuma jeans, when we released them, we didn't even announce it, basically. It was kind of an Easter egg that we hid at the end of the trailer for the Street Fighter collection. And if you watch that trailer, you'll see the Akuma code on Super Turbo happening. You know, that was it. We didn't say anything, and then like hours or moments before the release, we just kind of said, hey, they're releasing now. And so you had to rush to get them, and if you got them, you got them. And that was it. So if you own that pair, really, really rare pair of Naked Famous jeans, sought after by a lot of folks, as the fabric itself is not as rare as, you know, it's not the rarest fabric, just in that with that red Selvedge ID it is, because that fabric does come back as the trunks and the Majin Buu. So you do have options there as well. BD, today I started with Toxie. Changed to Elephant X, and now okay, I'm spared for it to finish right off. Three pairs of raw denim jeans in one day. Pretty good. Good way. Good. That's a good day if you ask me. Hi, do you have a shop in Indonesia? We don't have our own store in Indonesia, but we do sell to some retailers out there. Denim House Indonesia. We have a store locator on our website, nakedfamousdenim.com. You can see all of our retail partners there. Is there such a thing as springtime flannel? We do have some spring flannels. Here, let's do a couple of show and tell items.
Yeah, these are good ones.
These are really good. Now, 3 fabric options. It might be hard to see in this light, but we do have the video on nakedfamousdenim.com, the Spring Summer 22 preview video. But you can see it's got this kind of like neppy texture to it. It's like this. So it's kind of got that vintage feel and look, you know, nice and soft. I really like the neps. Really make this feel like a nice vintage flannel. And it's a lighter weight. You can wear this into the spring for sure. I think maybe once the summertime comes, you know, it might not be the most summery shirt out there, but you know, we're shipping these in the early new year where it's still plenty of winter left for where a lot of our customer base is. So yeah, it's just too sunny right now to show it off. Check out the video, but we do have spring summer flannels, that's for sure. And we do have the heavier weight ones. Oh man, the work shirts.
Yeah. This is like a light jacket.
Yeah. Like these are great. Like if you're at like the beach at night, these would be quite nice. In the summertime. So we got four color options here. Check out the spring video. you'll see them a little bit more in depth there.
Need to invest in some curtains.
Oh yeah, so we got blinds, and now the blinds are. When I close the blinds, I got weird lines on my face. When I open the blinds, anyways, look, we're Naked Famous Denim. We work with what we got. Okay. Bye bye. If we get a studio, you guys are paying for it. It'll be added to the price of your jeans. We do everything, nothing that we don't need to do. How do I say it? We don't do anything that we don't need to do, so that we can save you even a buck on those jeans. And that's why, like I've said it before, but like that's why you'll see our jeans are like $176, another jeans $175, another jeans $174. It's because we are literally like that is our cost, multiplier, however we figure it out, and we can save you guys. Oh, Snowy's
Gotta deal with that.
being a bad cat. MC Dizzle, sometimes I watch the replays and I speed it up just to see the light beam scrolling across the frame. Yeah, today I just opened the blinds completely, so I'm a little bit blinded by the light, but it's also preventing you guys from seeing preview stuff better. What can I do? That's what the spring summer video is for. Francisco Michael, Akuma MIJ is a power play move. That would be. What jeans do I have on today? I am wearing the strong guy in the Nightshade stretch Selvedge. Sorry, it's a little hard to see from here, but yeah, that's it. Strong guy. They look really nice in the sun. I mean, the way that the blue is showing off here. Unlike in the night, it's hard to tell that they are fading, but they have faded quite nicely. And there's a lot of life left in these jeans. I still got a lot more to go till I got them to be where I'm happy, super happy with them, or rather satisfied with them. I like my when my jeans fade, I want them to be like almost all the indigo is gone. So like I've still got a lot of life left here. What's the weight difference between the work shirts and the flannel? I couldn't tell you offhand, but the flannels, the work shirts are much heavier. I really like a nepp that is 12.5 ounces and built like the Okayama Spirit 5 in the sense that it isn't overly speckled looking, just enough, so to speak. Call it the Prince of Nepp. Prince of Nepp. Interesting. Yeah, not an overly, like a lighter weight neppy denim. Well, the mainline Selvedge is going to have quite a bit of nepp, but maybe like a classic dark indigo. I'm trying to think. Yeah, like okay, I can see what you're saying there. Like maybe like a Japan Heritage with nepp. That'd be kind of cool. I just ordered that red hoodie yesterday. It's a good hoodie. Risa and I both have it. I wear, especially in the wintertime, I wear these hoodies a lot. These are great hoodies. I'm wearing the heavyweight MIJs. I think the MIJ4 will be perfect for a northern Michigan ball drop. Well, stay warm out there. That is a great denim option for bringing in the new year. It's almost the new year somewhere else. Everybody got 20 more minutes, and thanks for spending your New Year's Eve with us here on the Naked Famous Denim live stream. New Year's stream. So excited for the high vis orange pullover hoodie. When can we look forward to that releasing? Sooner than later. Yeah, sooner than later. I'm gonna have more information on releases in the next coming weeks. Our offices are closed right now. Everything's gonna get fired back up in the early year, and I'll have more information for you guys very, very soon. The mainline's cuff looked interesting. The creasing. Was that a part of the unique construction? The mainline cup looked interesting. Did it? I don't remember if it looked particularly interesting. Like out of the where is it? Here it is. Oh, it kind of puckered a little bit. I don't know. I don't think that was by design. I think maybe somebody was just a little bit fast on the machine here. Lighter weight fabric through the machine, so maybe they didn't adjust the tension perfectly.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's what happened here. Yeah, that wasn't by design. It's just the way the fabric reacted. That's all. It will create nice, if they do come out like that for production, it'll definitely create some nice, puckering, roping effect here on the jeans here. But yeah, I think maybe that was a combination of maybe not setting the tension like perfectly good, and the lightweightness of the fabric. But the mainline Selvedge, see now it's too much light, can't see anything. See the lights on my face, or you can't see the previews. But the mainline Selvedge, lightweight, workwear style denim. It's a reproduction denim. I showed you back when we were in Montreal. This was based off a pair of vintage overalls that I had, and yeah, you're not gonna be able to see that. Can you see it there? Oh yeah, Risa can show it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Very nappy, light. It's got like this indigo gray tone to it. And Garrett, our manager at Tatin Yoko, he was a railroad worker. So, anyways, mainline. So we've got a little bit of. I'm looking forward to him in the whole outfit because there's a chore coat coming in that as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I think he also has a hat that matches.
Yeah. He's gonna look really cool, like authentic, Elephant X fits me well, but I am not tall. The leg of the Elephant X is too long for me. Even if I roll up the leg of the jeans, I think Naked and Famous should classify jeans for the guys who is not tall. Okay, maybe this is a Nihonjin, perhaps. We do hemming. So most of our jeans come in 33.5 or 34-inch inseam, so that if you are tall, we can cater to you. But if you're average height or not so tall, we can also hem the jeans for you. We do the hemming for free on Tatin Yoko and Naked and Famous Denim NYC. Just request your inseam request. So whatever inseam you need, put it in the comment section on the order, and we'll hem it for free so that the jeans can be the size that you need. So yeah. I understand, if you have a 30-inch inseam, like a 34-inch leg is long, you can't, there's only so much you can cuff until it becomes too thick, or especially with an elephant denim. But we can do those hemming for you, or bring it to your local tailor shop. They'll be able to hem those for you as well.
I noticed that, answering some customer questions on the emails.
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of people couldn't find the field where you're supposed to enter that is in the card. Like when you go to the card, there is a notes section. I think we call it
Order
special
notes.
instructions. Yeah. So that's where you can put those in.
Yeah. That's right. Arkeys, Happy New Year's to you and Risa. Happy New Year's to you too, Arkeys. Thanks for joining the live stream. Fossil Draws, bless you, Risa.
Oh, I sneezed.
Oh.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Here. Snowy's being a little bit of a rascal back there. The more, I just realized I called the main lines railroad in my comment today. That's okay. We know what you mean. Mainline chore coat is so cool. I think so too. I'm gonna model that. Got it here somewhere. Here it is. You're gonna go check on Snowy. Snowy's having a moment this morning. So that's the mainline Selvedge chore coat. It's this is a medium. I'm wearing a medium hoodie, so I've got room underneath for a hoodie, no problem, comfortably. So these are a little bit, I would say, on the oversized side. I could probably wear a small in this if I would like it to be a little bit more fitted, but this is exactly the size I would wear it personally. So that's the mainline Selvedge chore coat. Okay. You can tell he thought about it. Oh, maybe. Okay, what collaboration is coming out? We've got a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure collaboration that we're working on. That should be coming out in the fall winter 22. That's the plan. Fall winter 22. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The that pairs really well with the hoodie. I think so. I try to. I wear a lot of hoodies, so things get made to pair well with hoodies. Do you like stacks or cuffs more? I don't think I have a preference one way or another. Sometimes if you stack too much, it looks a little bit, too much. Cuffs, also giant cuffs can look cool. Sometimes they look a little weird. Depends on who's wearing it and how you're wearing it. I personally raw hem most of my jeans, so yeah, my jeans are usually pretty short on my ankles. Are we going to see Freddy for 2022? Yes, we will. I will update, release information on that soon. Stay tuned. Is Star Trek Star Wars collaboration on the collaborations list? Hopefully one day we can do both of those. I think those would be very fun to do. Space like Star Trek would be a little bit more like science fiction-y, space based, and then with Star Wars I think we could have a little bit more fun because both have a lot of lore, but I think it'd be very, very different the way we would approach those properties. Fossil Draws writes one Ram Juas. Ram. I can't say that. Rama. Sorry. I'm a fan of cuffs with boots, clean and classic look. Absolutely. I mean, you can't go wrong either way. However way you want to wear them. But yeah, it's a weird question. Like, what do you prefer, like cuffs or stacks and things like that? I don't. It all depends on how you're styling everything. Yeah. The more Darth Vader, black on black. Oh, it'd have to be. It would have to be. But there would have to be some kind of Sith power in that gene somehow. We'd have to figure out some way to make it, incorporate that in there. Cathedral ring. I like the stack, but it's all about what you can pull off. No broad answer there. Yeah, I think that's the approach to a lot of things. There is no one answer. Certain things look better certain ways. That's it. Bahzad is also revved up like a deuce. Fun fact. It's also revved up like a deuce. Okay. I don't know what that means, but sure. Jeremy Didson, I love the weird guys. What's going on here? I love the weird guys, but the 4-button crotch is short, and the easy guy is great with the 5-button crotch, but the leg cut is too small. Will the true guy be a mix of both, and how many buttons on the crotch? I don't know how many buttons will be on the fly yet. The leg opening will be, more in line with the weird guy. So we'll have more information on that soon. I'm gonna have to sample in the coming weeks. Okay. The blinded by the light song. LOL. I am getting blinded by the light. Looks excellent with the hoodie. Thank you. Anchor arms flannel that you can inflate to look ripped. Anchor arms. I don't know what you're talking about. The flannel that you can rip the arms off, jacked.
Oh, that would be fun.
Maybe. Right. Stormtroopers versus red shirts. All the stormtroopers miss their shots, but all the red shirts die anyways. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, stormtrooper. It is kind of funny in the movies. Also the new Matrix movie. There's a lot of bullets fired. Not a lot of bullets hit anybody.
There was little to no blood. There was some blood.
Yeah, some blood, but not a lot of blood in that movie. I missed info on the True Guy new cut. Yes, new cut coming. We're gonna have it out before the summer, so late spring. I'll have a sample of that in the coming weeks, so we'll have some more information on that soon. Do people do New Year's resolutions in Japan? Do you have some?
I think they do. I don't know. It's very difficult for me to distinguish what I know is from Japan from North America at this point. But I think people do have that, and I do not have mine yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy less shoes.
That's
It's my
you
new.
can't
Yep, that's it.
you can't make it a thing not to do.
Mm-hmm. Sure, you can. That and a beautiful cartwheel. I want to do. I want to do one magnificent cartwheel.
Oh, and a floss.
Yeah, right. 1201.
Done. Blood everywhere.
Electric bamboo glue too. So embarrassed. Purchased a matrix denim when it came in a minute. Wait, which came in a minute or so ago from FedEx. So you just got it. But I should have checked the text. I ordered the fallen code when I was sure I ordered the free will. Oh, all right. Well, we can get that exchanged for you if possible, if we still have the size. So let us know. But the fallen code is a great pair of jeans. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. JoJo's Part 3 Dio leather denim, like the Matrix, but in bright yellow. Maybe it can be done. Muda. With the JoJo stuff, I'm trying to avoid making it too cosplay, right? Mm-hmm. Because they're like, certainly the colors and, JoJo's very, very colorful. But I don't want to make jeans that are so colorful that they can't be worn. Mm-hmm. So we're really trying to like take the details and then make them in a way that they're recognizable, but also very, very wearable, right? This is what's been racking my brain. You have no idea. I've just been I've rewrote this collection like a dozen times already. I think we've nailed it, but we're still making incremental improvements every day of just our planning. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the struggle of like something that we think is great, but it's not doable in practice,
right?
Or like it's just not realistic in our budget.
Yeah, there's certain things. So
yeah, it's very difficult. Actually.
Yeah, it's not. Some of these are. If I was a lifelong JoJo fan, it might have been a little bit easier. This is I'm becoming a JoJo fan more and more every day as I learn more and I watch more. This is certainly a response to a lot of your call outs and what feedback we're getting from you guys. That's how obviously this whole thing started. That was one of the most requested things to do. So we went out, we got it.
It is actually the first time we ever took that route where we personally we weren't like the biggest fans. It's not our passion project, but it came from the people who requested it, which is
this was birthed from the community. And I'm learning more every day. I'm watching so much JoJo's these days. It's really taken over my life. The funny thing, like all of our releases, like as we release them, like Friday the 13th, I'm just like fully Friday the 13th mode. Like I have soundtracks playing all day in my head. I've been playing on my Spotify, watching the movies, just like really just hyping myself up. I'm for Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street lifelong fan. Like I'm watching these things since I've been a kid, but like I just really like ingrain myself in what it is whenever we're putting it out, and like I gotta become a JoJo super fan. And there's so much to learn. There's so much to watch. I'm watching reviews of stuff online, just people's thoughts and opinions, and like because no matter what, I want to make sure that this really speaks to the lifelong fan, right? And so you're getting someone who's learning about it now, really diving in deep, and I'm trying to make this appeal to somebody who's been watching JoJo's for years. And so anyway, I'm talking to JoJo fans. If you're a JoJo super fan, reach out to me on Instagram. I might have some questions for you. But yeah, it's this is going to be a very, very interesting collaboration. Like we were saying before, the challenge is taking something as colorful and as vibrant as JoJo's, and also making jeans that are easy to wear every day. Because if we were to go, like, I think the easy route is to make jeans as loud as possible. And I think that's kind of obvious. What? One more? Yeah, if we made them it would be obvious, right? I think that's the obvious route to take. But we're doing it a little bit in a different way. James and Keating, I will talk to you about JoJo's anytime. Message me on IG, my personal one, Bahzad T, BAHZADT. Find me on Instagram. I might have a couple questions for you. Gary Rainey Jr., Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, fingers crossed. Believe me, I want to get that one done. I want to get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles done. I'd love to do that one. Will you restock the Friday the 13th? Nana writes, that's a one and done collection. When that sold out, as it sold out very quickly. Yeah, that one won't be restocked. Mr. Overlord 14,000, multiple sneezes. That's it. The sun usually gets me. The sun is really getting me right now, as you guys might be able to see. I'm a lifelong fan of your brand. Bless you. Thank you very much, Nana. Thank you very much. Does everyone sneeze twice? I usually sneeze twice.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I sneezed, like, today I sneezed once, and then, like, 30 seconds later I did another one.
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah.
Depends on how much stuff that gets in your nose.
I'm also an even number sneezer.
Even number sneezer.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2 or 4.
Romanduous. One romanduous. Yeah, I think it's pretty common.
2 is very common.
Yeah. All right. Fossil Draws, I totally get the hesitancy to go overboard with the colors. Bright yellow, Kill Bill, Bride pants sound like a good idea until you realize you'll never wear them. That's it.
It's something you have to be able to wear all the time also. It's like, it's not like a dress or t-shirt where you can, like, you know. So it has to be, like, incorporated into your everyday look. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, it's like taking all the best parts and then conforming it into a way that is everyday wearable. And, like, but there's certain things that you're just like, how do I make, like, you know, Hamon power, you know, how do I make that relatable into a...
What is Hamon power anyway?
Yeah,
that's
right.
the bigger question.
Yeah, so, you know, or there's all this stuff that you want to incorporate, and, like, what theme can I use based on that to do this, and, like, and you're watching every episode and you're trying to pick up on, like, because there's a lot of lore, you know, there's a lot of, like, you know, little tiny details here, and you're like, oh, can I use that as, you know, and that would be this feature or this function of this gene. Anyways, we're getting there. It's very deep, the JoJo well, so we're getting through it. Jeans and sneeze counts. That's why I tune into the live streams. It's very exciting content, I'm sure. Okay, George Costanza would wait for that second sneeze before saying God bless you. Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't bless him when he sneezes. He doesn't do it to me.
Yeah.
It's because we're together all the time and he sneezes a lot and
Yeah.
it just kind of got old. But
Yeah.
I wasn't being rude.
Yeah, I appreciate all the blessings from you guys, though.
Yeah.
Okay, love that new high vis sweatshirt color. Thank you very much. Coming soon. That's a good question. Mason Brando, do you ever see any dishonest marketing in the raw denim industry?
There are a lot of fluffs, like people say.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if that would call it dishonest.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of fluff everywhere. What's some good examples of fluff that's out there?
Like, there are some times that we've seen, like, oh, this is like our own fabric. We developed it from scratch, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, we've seen it 100 times. Like, it's not your
Maybe they're
invention.
being lied to.
That's also possible.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that's the one that gets me all the time. When I see somebody on whatever website, they're like, it's our proprietary fabric, I'm like, no, it's not. Like, not only is it not proprietary, like, it is the running fabric. Like, if we go to like a mill and we go to their showroom, they'll have that fabric on the wall. Like, anybody who walks in can buy that fabric. That wasn't custom developed, that wasn't custom milled, that was not custom nothing. It's on, that's literally part of their everyday. This is like, you know, an apple at the fruit market. Like, we've got it, you can buy it. And sometimes I will see shirting fabrics, I'll see denim, and it's like, that is the running model. That's the running model.
But like, that's also like, you know, how it can happen is that like a mill would have the example of like, here we can make this, and you know, say it's not a running fabric, it's not, they're not stocking it, they don't carry inventory, but we could make it with this amount of minimum, and maybe some people would like take that as a, oh, okay, so you're making it for us. Uh-huh. That is how it works for most of the times. Like, unless like it's a very like popular fabric they offer and running, like our chore, for instance, it's not like they're specifically making it for you. They just run a production for your production.
Fossil Draws writes, the definition of run of the mill. Absolutely. Yeah, that I think is the most deceiving thing that I see. And I see it relatively often. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good point that like maybe the people who write that, they don't even know that they're lying.
Or because sometimes people deal with salespeople. Like, we're in Japan, and before we even lived here, we were coming to Japan a lot. Like, we would go to the office. We would go to the mill. So we know what was going on here. But sometimes I know, you know, you're just dealing with a sales agent that lives in New York or lives in Los Angeles, and they told you, oh yeah, no, we're going to custom. They might have told them something differently. For sure, they're the sales guy, you know, like, you know, whatever gets them their commission, right? So it might be deceitful. It might just be misinformation. I'm not really sure, but I definitely see like running fabrics being sold as custom proprietary. Yeah, more often than I see it often. I see it often enough. Yeah. Like, sometimes you'll see shirts that we make and somebody else will also have the same fabric. Like, you've all seen it before. And sometimes people are calling it proprietary. We don't call it proprietary, right? And it's like, sometimes people call it proprietary. I'm like, how can you say that? Like, we're both releasing it in the same season even. And it's like, did somebody lie to you? Like, yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah,
it's just like with shirting especially, like,
most of us aren't in the realm to do custom.
The volume is usually very, very
really high.
It's different from Selvedge denim, because Selvedge denim, it's just, you know, it takes so long and you really can't make that much, like, that speed. Yeah. But with shirting fabrics, a lot of the times it is more like mass produced. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's the minimums for custom shirting is way higher. Even when we've done, like, we've worked with mills to do custom patterns and stuff, and because we can't hit the minimums, they're like, we're just gonna, like, whatever, like, we've done like patterns and stuff, and they're like, we're just gonna incorporate this in our line, you know, to make up for like the fact that you can't have the minimum. And we're like, cool, so long as we get the fabric, I don't care. Like, you can sell it to whoever way you want. It doesn't matter to me. But
even in that case, even though it came from us, we wouldn't call it, you know, our custom fabric.
So, yeah, there's that's I guess deceitful in a way. It depends, you know. I don't know where that's coming from. If they know and if they knowingly say it, that's one thing. If they don't knowingly say it, that's another thing. But yeah, that's a good question. That was a good question. Okay, I think we got to call it a day. We've got some family things to attend, so no time for snack time, unfortunately. But that was a good question to end off this stream. Definitely. So we'll leave it at that. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Happy New Year to everybody who's spent their New Year with us and who's, you know, watching these videos. Just gonna do my little hit the like button, everybody. Hit that like button before you go, before we end this stream. Sorry, it's been a few no snack time videos.
Yeah,
I know
we're
we're gonna have to find some for 2022.
I have to say the snack market in Japan currently is pretty boring.
Yeah,
It's
not a lot of we've been out there. Not a lot of exciting stuff in the snack world right now, but we'll try to find something very interesting for you. Show off a little bit of Japan. Thanks so much for tuning in. Happy New Year, everybody. Have a great evening. Be safe out there. If you're going out there, have a wonderful 2022. Thanks for being such an amazing part of our 2021. And we will see you guys next week, regular time, 7 p.m. Eastern on Naked Famous Denim Day, a live stream day. Have a great night, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.